Hey, welcome back to Livin MN Outdoors. I'm Daniel, and thanks for tuning in to this week's fishing report. It's December 5th. We finally have some ice, both local, and the ice is progressing very nice up north on Leech, Winnie, Red Lake, all of those big lakes. So let's dive into this week's fishing report right now. All right, this week we're going to start up on Lake Winnie out of the Pines Resort on Tamarack Bay. I talked to Chad today, and they have anywhere from 6 to about 7.5 inches of ice. They are going to be allowing out ATVs, and potentially by later today, he might even make the announcement to allow out side-by-sides. Now, I just want to remind you that is for Tamarack Bay only. That's not for out on the main lake, and you do need to be careful around the river channel. But once again, 6.5 to 7 inches of ice, and ATVs will be allowed starting today. Now, that's where we're going to be this weekend. We're headed up this morning. We should be there right around lunchtime, and I'm going to get out on the ice immediately, so hopefully I will have a good fishing report by this evening, so stay tuned for that. Now, if I had to guess where the fish are going to be biting, that 7 to 11 foot of water on the sand weed mix is usually the best. Fatheads, small sucker minnows, some shiners are a good bet. And I imagine that if you bring some waxworms and some small tungsten jigs, you're going to catch some nice bluegills as well. Now, Chad does have some spear houses available for this weekend. He has some cabins still available this weekend. Today, he's going to try and get some of his rental houses out, his fish houses. So if you guys are interested in booking one of those, give him a call. He also has some fatheads and waxworms available, and the bar and restaurant will be open as well. So make sure you stop in and get something to eat and drink. So if you guys are looking to get up to Lake Winnie this weekend or the rest of the ice fishing season, go ahead and call Chad from the Pines Resort. Now, if you guys are looking to book a sleeper house out on Lake Winnie, no, they're not out there yet, but probably by about Christmas, they will be out there. Scott from zupsguideservice, he will have 4 ice castles out on Winnie, chasing perch, walleye, eelpout, pike, maybe even some bonus panfish. So if you want to get up to Lake Winnie and do it in style, go ahead and call Scott from zupsguideservice. All right, moving over to Leech Lake out of Acorn Hill Resort on Traders Bay. I talked to Kyle, and they have roughly 5, maybe even a little bit more by this point, 6 inches of ice maybe. They are going to stay closed this weekend. They're dealing with a little bit of a crack outside of their harbor, but they will be opening up on December 11th. He anticipates they'll be opening up to ATVs, side-by-side snowmobiles. He does have some cabins available for that weekend of the 11th. Guided perch trips, day houses, sleeper houses, the whole works. He's got it there. The bar and restaurant will be open as well, along with an indoor swimming pool. So if the kids get bored, you can run in there and have some fun in the pool with the kids. So if you guys are looking to get up to Leech Lake, not this weekend, but the next and throughout the rest of the winter, go ahead and call Kyle from Acorn Hill Resort. All right, now moving on to Red Lake. I know today that JR's Corner was starting to let out some ATV traffic. I believe they have some roads staked out a mile. They're maybe even out a little more than that. Rogers, I know they're dealing with a crack right now. It's about 3 foot wide. They are asking people to stay on the shore side of that crack, and they will be monitoring that very closely. Now, as far as where the best bite has been, that first break, that 7 to 9 foot of water has been the best. I'm not going to say that it's fast and furious because I believe the water's still a little bit dirty and the bite's been a little bit tougher. But dead sticks and jigging together is the key. Bring those fish in with the noise from your jigging rod, and more than likely they're going to bite your dead stick rod. And they are catching some really nice walleyes right now. Sounds like it's more of an issue to catch your unders than it is to get your overs. But all around, some really nice healthy fish being caught out on Red Lake. Now, the local report, the Princeton area, Princeton, Malacca, Onamia. I've been out checking some ice. I'm finding anywhere from 3 to 6 inches of ice. The thinner ice is located underneath the snow drifts. And where the glare ice is, there's probably 5, 6, maybe even 7 at this point with how cold it was today. But there is fishable ice. I do want to remind you guys, you need to be checking the ice as you're going out. I was out fishing on Wednesday, and there were groups of guys just flying out all over the ice. They weren't checking. They just seen other fish houses out there and figured they could do whatever they wanted. And I know for sure some of them walked over some really sketchy ice. So be careful, spud bar your way out, make sure you have ice picks, a float suit, a rope to throw to somebody if something bad does happen. But let's just be safe. There is fishable ice, but you got to be smart about it. All right, guys, well, that's going to do it for this week's fishing report. If you guys do make it out fishing, please send us some pictures either on Facebook Messenger or to our Gmail. We will do our best to feature you in next week's fishing report. It's just getting started, guys. We're going to be pumping out as much content as we can, so stay tuned on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and we will do our best to keep you updated on the fishing reports, the ice reports, and probably some fishing content of our own. And a bold prediction here, guys, but I do believe that up on Winnie, Leech, those lakes, Red Lake, probably going to start seeing some half-ton trucks and single-axle wheelhouses starting the weekend of December 18th. Fingers crossed, so stay tuned, and I will update you as soon as those decisions are made. But remember, if you guys make it out fishing, be respectful of other fishermen. Don't crowd your neighbor. Absolutely do not throw your trash on the ice. If you pack it out, pack it in. And most importantly, don't forget to get on out there and get living.